Hey there, it's Neil Skoll speaking here from Ballistics CrossFit Somerset West. Today we're going to talk about fixing the snatch is the series that we're talking about. Specifically what we're going to talk about is the jumping forward when receiving the snatch. So what that looks like is something like this. You'll come up and then jump slightly forward, or something like this. Now there's many different reasons for this. I'm going to cover two in specific. The first one is going to be the direction in which the bar travels relative to your body. So what I mean by that is the setup off the floor is going to determine where that bar travels. So if you're set up pretty close so that the bar right up against the shins, there's one or two ways for that bar to travel. Either directly up if you can get your knees out the way, or if you can't get your knees out the way, around the knees to get up to your hips. And what that causes, alright, so if it comes straight up, ends up looking something like that. Alright, so you're coming straight up to catch. Or the other one where you're coming around your thighs, ends up looking something like that. Both of which we don't want. So what we do want is that bar to, as it comes off the floor, to come back up towards the hips. So your setup is going to be slightly different if you've been taking one of those two setups. Instead of the bar right up against the shins, we're going to shift away about a centimeter or two, pretty much in line or just over the ball of your foot. You don't want it too far, otherwise it's going to extend you over forward, so just over the ball of your foot. As you come up off the floor, so from here, as you come off the floor, that bar is going to move back towards the knees, back towards the hips before you're standing up. Alright, so what that'll look like, more of a vertical body positioning, and so the bar is moving back towards the hips. That's the first thing in terms of your setup. The second thing we're looking for, if you have your setup correct, the bar is coming back up to the hips, but you're still jumping forward. Alright, something like that. Everything from the setup is looking good, but you're still jumping forward. Chances are you're not keeping the bar close enough. Alright, so we've got this, what I call zombie arms. Alright, here, the bar travels out, and the only way in order to get underneath the bar is to be able to jump forward to catch it. You may be successful in this, obviously with the lighter weights, but as it gets heavier, chances are you're always going to be jumping forward, or you're going to be missing an eye forward. So what we need to do with this, focus on keeping the bar closer. So as you extend out through this position here, alright, you're not keeping the arms straight, you're extending upwards here. Alright, so if I go to there to get underneath it, I'm looking at here to keep the bar closer. Alright, nice and close to the body. So those are pretty much the two major issues that we see with the snatch, specifically when it comes to jumping forward and catching the bar. So if you're one of those guys or girls that tend to jump forward to be able to catch the bar, try and start at the bottom. Always focus on starting at the bottom in terms of your setup position. Make sure the bar is not too close, about a centimeter or two away, just over the ball of your foot. Focus on bringing that bar back up towards the hips. If you've got that part right, when you get to the hips, make sure you're pulling with those arms. Alright, that's once you've extended. Once you finish extending the hips, the arms are there to give direction to the bar. Talk about hips is what gives you drive, right? And the arms give the bar the direction, whether it goes forwards or backwards or too far backwards, etc. So yeah, that's the first of our series in terms of fixing the snatch. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me, neil@ballisticsfitness.com. Post some, if you've got some information that you'd like to post to the comments, questions that you have. We'd love to see your videos. Send in some videos of your snatch. We can maybe have a look at it, analyze some of that, give it a little more kind of breakdown as to what changes could be made, and then also some fixes for that. If you guys really enjoyed the video, please share it. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you can find a place to share. Click the share button. And yeah, a lot of this stuff we cover within our classes as well. Our advanced barbell and strength training classes focus a lot on the technique, creating the correct bar path, and developing that incrementally over time so that you reinforce the good movement. So yeah, If you guys have any questions, get in contact. We'd love to hear from you, and see you in the next series.